it away. Felton gets to the sideline to retrieve it. Makes the first man miss, but not the second. And he is dropped inside the 20. So Birmingham with that 16-8 lead. A touchdown pass from Luis Perez got things started. Trent Richardson banged one in from inside.
Chance he had, and he got it. Gets it. His first podium as well. So they'll be celebrating tonight with their first podium. KTM though, too clear of Husqvarna in the manufacturer's chase. Kawasaki, Honda and Yamaha. Yamaha in fifth.
In a must-win game. Historic Legion Field in Birmingham, in the Alliance and in the East. Atlanta, the Legends, sit at 2-5. Birmingham at 4-3. And in the East, the standings. Orlando has clinched the top spot in the East. Birmingham and Atlanta fighting for that final playoff spots. Hi, everybody. Rich Waltz, along with Adam Archuleta. John Striffen will join us shortly. Let me get this straight here. Orlando's in, right? We know that. Birmingham can clinch with the win here, but Atlanta's not dead yet.
No, Birmingham has been hard-nosed and consistent the entire season. Atlanta, 4 weeks ago, looked like they had turned the corner and found their formula. If Atlanta wants to have a chance, they've got to play their best game here today.
And they've got to beat Birmingham, and they've got to control their quarterback. Luis Perez has been up and down all year.
Well, it's been about consistency, and if you see how he started off, 0 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. He was benched, but since he's come back after that benching, look at the turnaround. 5 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, and then on the last 2 weeks, Rich, they have played their best offense of the year.
Speaking of up and down, that's the headline for Atlanta's offense, and it's reflected in their quarterbacks.
When Aaron Murray took over midseason, he was on fire, and so was this offense. But in the last 2 weeks, he has regressed. So today, Matt Sims takes over as the starter once again, and hopefully he has the winning touch to get the offense back on track.
So the questions are this. Can Atlanta stay alive? Can they get back on a roll? And can Birmingham lock down a postseason spot in the Alliance?
We have a shining star. What else would you expect? A phenomenal talent and a major champion. It's a major move. The PGA Championship, now in May on CBS. Wednesdays.
Survivor's ready.
An extreme twist will reinvent the game. And push the castaways to their limits.
This game will take everything from you.
Survivor, Edge of Extinction, CBS Wednesdays.
Mom, thank God you're going to be okay.
So relieved. But you both should know when my time comes, I have a final expense policy with Senior Care USA.
If you're over 50, call Senior Care USA now to learn more about final expense insurance plans.
When I called, the quote was free, and there was no pressure. Oh, so glad you'll be taken care of.
Call 1-800-747-9040. That's 1-800-747-9040.
Do you feel sluggish or tired throughout the day? Have you ever thought the problem could be your liver?
My liver?
Your liver cleanses your body of things like too much food and drink. And if it's all clogged up, you feel sluggish and tired. But there is something you can do. Take Liverite the natural dietary supplement just for your liver. Liverite helps your liver work properly, so you can feel more energized. Cleanse your liver. Feel the energy. Live right with Liverite.
Thanks, Liverite.
Available at CVS, Walgreens, Rite Aid, and Walmart.
Here, the crowd is so loud you can't hear them anymore. A cowboy's safety is provided by a few good men. His fistful of rope is the only bond between man and beast. Those 8 seconds go by mighty quick in the house of PBR.
And that's exactly how they want to start this drive. Get a first down, get something going, get some confidence going, but a good start for Perez.
And you're right about the last few weeks. They've taken more deep shots than they had earlier in the season. And you see his numbers. And that overtime loss. Now Perez in trouble, caught and dropped. Jeff Luke from his middle linebacker spot with a sack.
Right up the gut. And this is where Birmingham and their running backs have to get better. Pass protection. Trent Richardson, hard to pick up a blitzing inside linebacker when the quarterback is under center. You see how Richardson has to adjust his angle to get in front of Perez? Because of the timing, Luke was able to get to Perez and a big sack.
This offensive line has given up more quarterback pressures than any other offensive line in the Alliance. It was a loss of 10. Perez, little screen pass. Richardson caught and swallowed up. Khalil Bass. 2 great plays by Atlanta linebackers.
Kevin Coyle's defense looked at and studied their scouting report. Last week, Birmingham had a couple of really nice screen passes, but right there, Khalil Bass read it perfectly and nowhere for Trent Richardson to go.
Kevin Coyle. The Atlanta defense. Now a 3rd down and 23. Hard count, and that trip, LaDamian Washington.
Offense, number 17, 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
And Washington jumps from his wide receiver spot. This becomes 3rd down and 28.
Normally screen down here, 3rd and 28, but they just ran a screen pass. I wouldn't expect 2 in a row, so expect Steve Logan, the offensive coordinator, something conservative, maybe a draw play to Trent Richardson, but 2 negative plays in a row and what started to be a promising drive.
There's your draw. This is Richardson. And Richardson is all the way out to the 49-yard line. That is 16 yards. That's the longest carry from scrimmage for Richardson this year, who has been productive and has been able to chip away at 3 and 4 yards a clip all season.
Yeah, that's one of the things that this offense is lacking. You know, Trent Richardson has done a remarkable job in short yardage situations, but they need more explosive runs, but they need the explosive runs to come on a better down and distance.
Dwayne Hollis is deep, and he bobbles the ball. It's on the floor, and who's got it? Atlanta appears to get it back. Boy, and Hollis is fortunate.
I'm not sure how watch Shepard right there, number 28. I don't know how he doesn't get this football. Wow, golden opportunity. Really a nice job by Hollis to recover that. But Shepard really is the one who should have made that play.
And now Atlanta gets their first touch at their own 18-yard line. This is an offense that has trouble scoring and holding on to the football.
Here we go. Ready! Reset!
Tarian Folston. And Folston to the 20. What are you looking for from Matt Sims today?
Well, I think the same thing that Ken Zampese, the offensive coordinator, is looking for, and it's consistency. You know, Matt Sims had a chance. He started the first 3 games in the season. Had some good moments, but also had some moments where he had trouble taking care of the football. Now, a lot of those interceptions were tip balls or broken off routes. It wasn't all his fault, but now he gets a chance in his first action under the new offensive coordinator to see what he can do.
There's Ken Zampese. And of course, his father, a legend in the NFL. Ken, 11 years as an assistant. Eagles, Packers, Rams, Bengals, and Browns. He's made a nice impact on the offense just in his arrival mid-season. Freddie Burden is in at center. Parker Collins was the injured player, and Collins is starting center on the sidelines. Sims to the air, and he was hit, and that's a problem as well, protecting, whether it's Sims or Aaron Murray, protecting the Atlanta quarterbacks.
Legends have to get off press coverage. You know, Sims, you can see he's holding the ball because of no separation downfield. A 3-step passing game, and the receivers have to be able to get off the press and get separation. Otherwise, Sims has no chance.
3rd down 8. First possession for Atlanta.
Who waiting? Who is that?
Sims over the middle, and it's dropped. Shontavious Jones was open.
Good tight coverage by Silv, and Jones, big target, has to secure that ball. stronger hands. You can see right at the last moment, Silv got his right hand in there and broke up that pass. And boy, you talk about how good the offense was when Ken Zampese first got here. The consistency, the receivers were making plays. They've lost that in the last 2 weeks, Rich, and have to get back to those ways on offense.
Tavazier Felton has a seam and a nice return. A flag is down all the way back at the 43. Felton gets to the 40. That's about a 20-yard return on the punt off a 60-yard kick.
Felton carries the ball to the 39.
There is no foul for an illegal block. Timeout.
Scoreless start in the Alliance, Birmingham and Atlanta. The Alliance of American Football app is #1 in both the Google and Apple stores. Let's take a look.
For the first time in the history of pro sports, here's the app as fast as every player in the game. The Alliance app delivers revolutionary technology, real-time play-by-play gaming, instant interactivity. Truly a game changer. Get the Alliance app today. Live predictive gaming at full speed. Call the plays. Unprecedented and at your fingertips. Available on the App Store and Google Play.
This is the true story of the moment that changed my life.
Okay, who's next?
I need to see you acting. Go deep. I'm going to the John.
When you're honest about who you are, good things happen.
You start telling the truth, then they are never going to look at you the same way again.
Oh my God, that was so scary. Whoa.
Scoreless here, Birmingham and Atlanta. Adam Archuleta, your keys to the game.
Well, #1 thing they've had to improve week in and week out. Atlanta, when they put drives together, they've got to find a way to score. And for Birmingham, offensively, it's big plays. Now, you watch what they did last week, a lot of big plays down the field. Their most productive drives, when they were able, Perez was able to throw that ball down the field. They need it both in the passing game and the running game, but more explosion, more big plays down the field for Birmingham.
Alert. Turbo, set up.
Perez on play action. Has time and a man, and that's dropped. LaDamian Washington, who's had a nice season, was banged up last week, gets the start this week.
And as I look at it, LaDamian Washington is the best receiver on this football team. He has the most talent. He has the playmaking ability. That was a well-designed play, and you really can't ask for anything more right there if you're Birmingham. Washington was wide open, crossing the middle.
Still scoreless, Atlanta and Birmingham. Let's take a look at the Iron players who played their college games in the state of Alabama. Brought to you by At Home, the home decor superstore. This has got to be the only team around that brings together Alabama and Auburn players, and they get along.
Hey, man, one big happy family, right, Rich?
Right. I mean,
but do they really get along? I mean, do we really know for a fact they get along? Or do they just tolerate each other?
We were told officially that everybody gets along.
All right.
380! Reset!
Folston in the backfield. Sims wings it out to the sideline. Caught there by Jones. And Shontavious Jones knocked out of bounds.
All I'm saying, Rich, is that you're very fortunate that you didn't go to U of A. Otherwise, we'd have some problems.
That's right. You being an Arizona State Sun Devil. We were on that topic last week in your old home, but here it is kind of fun to see all the Alabama and Auburn guys, especially on that offensive line. There's some talent here for sure.
Sunday sunset!
Sims, another great throw, caught there by Keith Towbridge, the big tight end. That's a first down. 262 pounds is Towbridge.
A really nice job by Sims. Play action pass, and just as Towbridge clears the linebacker, Sims hits him with a perfect bullet. Excellent job from Towbridge securing that football. And here we go, Legends 1st and 10.
Blue 80! What's that?
Folston. And he's hit and dropped. Folston out of Notre Dame. And Beniquez Brown out of Mississippi State, another SEC talent, and one of the best tacklers in the Alliance. 63 of them this year.
And that was an outstanding play for Brown, tracking the football, coming off of a block, falling inside, and getting to Folston. He is an outstanding defensive player. And this defense started out the season, the first half of the season, strong. Not quite as good here, Rich, in the last 2 weeks, but they've got some great talent on that side of the ball.
Sims again, steps up, delivers short. And it's incomplete. Who are you watching in this one? Who are the players to keep an eye on?
Well, I like Bug Howard at tight end. He's made a lot of plays and has proven to be a reliable playmaker for whoever is playing quarterback. And on the other side of the ball, Aaron Odeoye, a guy that doesn't have a lot of experience. This is a new thing, playing semi-professional football, and he has been outstanding. Pressure off of the edge, and this is a guy that with raw athletic ability might have a chance at the next level.
We got him, we got him! We got him!
That should be a quick 5 yards for Atlanta. Jeremy Falk was moving.
Encroachment, defense, number 58, with contact, 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
He knew I was talking about him, Rich. Come on, man.
Well, look, a basketball player at Southeast Missouri State. He started his basketball career at Ball State. Played high school football, was a defensive end in high school, and decided to give it a try.
Hurry up! Bring it in, bring it in! We're good, we're good, we're good! Green 80! Reset!
Nice little dump off there. Folston's got the first down. Up the sideline, tiptoes, and he's out of bounds. Right at the 38-yard line. Chris Davis made the stop.
Really nice job. Folsom starts here and crosses the formation. Blitz, and that means one of the other linebackers has to be responsible for Folsom coming out of the backfield, but well-designed play, good execution, another first down.
Go! 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 Good job, good job.
If you're new to the Alliance,
Ready,
quarterbacks and coaches mic'd up. Folston moves the pile for about 4 yards. And Atlanta is moving the football. Folston, the coaches told us this week they absolutely love him. And a lot of the year they've been behind offensively. They have not been able to use him as a weapon because they've been playing catch-up.
And when they've played their best offensive football, he has been one of the focal points and has played his best game. So he is a key piece to this offense getting on track.
This time, Brandon Radcliffe with the carry. Radcliffe to the 28-yard line. Joe Powell who got the start at strong safety for Rick Minter's defense. The Birmingham Iron makes the stop. That's a first down, and the Legends are moving the sticks.
Rich, going back to Atlanta and their running backs, you know, for most of the season, at least the first half of the season, they were looking for somebody to kind of emerge. They really hadn't settled on anybody, and nobody kind of really took the position and ran with it. But I thought Folston, who was really showed a strong all-around game, is a guy that can carry that load and probably does his best work in the passing game.
Eighth play of the drive. Radcliffe again inside the 25, and that's another 4 yards. And this is exactly how you describe this Atlanta offense. They're able to move the football. They just have trouble scoring points. They're not a great team when they get in the red zone.
Their old friend, the red zone, 26% this season. They've been able to convert for touchdowns when they get inside the 20-yard line. And that's last in the Alliance.
And just 6 points in each of their last 2 games.
Hey! Kill, 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 kill! Ready! Reset!
On a pitch, Radcliffe looking for a seam, and he finds one, and he's got a 7-yard pickup. That's another first down. Johnny Maxey made the stop. This is an impressive drive on the ground and in the air.
But what does Ken Zampese dial up? Look at those numbers. Just talked about it. 26% in this defense. This is outstanding. The first time these two teams played earlier in this season, Atlanta was in the red zone multiple times, but they could not punch it in against Birmingham, who plays their best defense when they get in close.
Here we go.
Matt Sims is 3 of 4 for 43 yards on this drive. He'll throw it here. Whips it out quickly. Nice catch. 14-yard line.
Stanley team. I'm Justin Rose.
We are Morgan Stanley.
Two Atlanta quarterbacks, Matt Sims, Aaron Murray. The Legends have 3 and the lead at 3-0 here in Birmingham. Our Skycam today is brought to you by Wheels Up. Rich Welts, Adam Archuleta, John Schriffen down below here at Legion Field in Birmingham, where the Iron are at 4-3. A win here, they lock up that number 2 spot for the postseason in the East. Orlando plays tonight. Sits
flipper.
Richardson in the backfield.
Terrible, set up.
Perez flushed, captured, and he throws incomplete. TJ Barnes with the pressure. You have your eye on these two.
I do. How about Amba Edetewo, who is a talented receiver, got his first action last week. A guy that can run, smooth runner, great hands, playmaker. On the other side of the ball for Atlanta, TJ Barnes is a mountain, about 380 pounds, and is one of the finest disruptors you're going to see in the front four here in the Alliance. And I have to imagine that a guy with that much size who can move is going to get a chance at playing at the next level.
And a timeout on the field. And we'll step aside as well. Atlanta has scored first here in Birmingham.
Your resume shows that you have a lot of experience.
Yes, mostly driving a bulldozer. For 7 years now. It's 7.5, actually.
Free.
That's right. TurboTax Free is free. Free.
Rain has stayed away in Birmingham. That's great news. 3-0. Atlanta on top in conjunction with Navy Federal Credit Union. The Alliance is proud to be staging a military seat upgrade program where families each week are able to upgrade their seats on game day in recognition of their service. That game are still in disbelief for that. Orlando is now 7-1. With 2 left to play, they've locked down that one spot. Birmingham and clinch a postseason spot. If they win this one. Luis Perez on 2nd and 10. Chased again. And he has to dump it out. And remember that number, Adam Archuleta, the number of pressures, quarterback pressures they've given up, by far the most in the Alliance. And that's showing up here today.
When I went back and watched last week's game, I thought that Memphis did a really good job of bringing pressure inside and getting Perez to get off of his spot. And when they got him off of the spot and forced him to scramble, he didn't play at his best. So I think Steve Logan, the offensive coordinator, looked at that. And you see a lot more intentional movement passes designed to get Perez out of the pocket and get out away from that inside pressure.
It's been a big learning curve from him, from a Division II star to professional football. And on 3rd and 10, not a bad throw, but that's going to be well short of the first down. Ed Reynolds Jr., the free safety, who's had NFL time with the Eagles and the Browns and All-American at Stanford. Was there to make the stop.
Well, right now in this game, Atlanta is getting a lot of pressure on Perez. Anytime they go to a traditional drop-back passing game, they're either bringing a linebacker, taking advantage of the running backs and pass protection, or just getting by the offensive line. And right now, the movement passes, the bootlegs that Birmingham is calling is not working. So somehow they have to figure out this pressure and come back.
They're going to challenge this. From what you saw on that replay,
we're challenging, we got a challenge.
Is it worth a flag?
So the only question is does the right foot come off of the ground before he gains possession of the football? I think either way, it's going to be really hard to overturn. I don't know if there's any evidence that shows it conclusively, but that would be the only question on whether or not the possession came before or after the right foot comes off the ground.
And of course, in the Alliance, we get a chance to look and to listen in with the replay official.
Okay. The receiver gains control, gets his right foot down. The left toe, and then we have a toe heel issue. The heel comes down out of bounds. This is going to be incomplete.
Oh, wow.
Jeff, can you hear me?
I can hear you, Salim. So you're going with incomplete pass. The second foot did not come down. Is that correct?
That's correct. So we're going to reverse to 2nd and 10 at the 17. Let me get you the hash.
That official review.
At the left hash.
Brought to you by Tecovas.
After further review, the receiver did not get 2 feet down. The report is an incomplete pass. The receiver down in 10. Birmingham did not use a challenge flag.
So, Arch, a toe does not equal a foot?
No, see, watch. You're going to watch the toe hit the ground, and I didn't see this initially. Watch the left toe hit the ground. The toe comes down inbounds, but as the heel comes down, it's going to be across the white line. You see it right there. So that is a good call and an excellent use of replay. Great challenge. I did not see that initially, Rich.
Perez back to work. The crossing pattern there. Braden Bowman with the catch. And no gain on the play. Bowman back to the original line of scrimmage.
So, Rich, if you're on the sideline and it's a toe tap, if the front of your foot, you can just get the toe down. But if the heel comes down, then the entire foot has to come down inbounds.
That's why I love you, Arch. I learn something every game. First quarter in the books. You're watching the Alliance of American Football on CBS Sports Network, 24-hour home of CBS Sports.
Go inside the bracket and get an in-depth look at every game from every region in the Big Dance on NCAA March Madness Bracket Breakdown. Tonight following tournament games on CBS Sports Network.
And we have a shining star. What else would you expect? A phenomenal talent and a major champion.
It's a major move. The PGA Championship, now in May on CBS.
Attention active and former service members from all branches of the military. If you were active at any time from 2003 to 2015 and suffered hearing loss, you may be eligible for financial compensation. 3M Company agreed to pay $9.1 million to resolve claims that it knowingly sold defective earplugs to the military. If you suffered hearing loss, call the Gold Shield Group, 800-793-6640. To see if you qualify for a claim, call 800-793-6640. According to the Justice Department, 3M allegedly knew that for many soldiers, their dual-ended combat earplugs could loosen and fail to perform up to standard. In spite of the risk of hearing loss to soldiers, 3M supplied these earplugs to the military for more than 10 years. If you are active in any branch of the military between 2003 to 2015 and suffered hearing loss while active, call the Gold Shield Group, 800-793-6640. That's 800-793-6640.
Do you feel sluggish or tired throughout the day? Have you ever thought the problem could be your liver?
My liver?
Your liver cleanses your body of things like too much food and drink. And if it's all clogged up, you feel sluggish and tired. But there is something you can do. Take Liverite Liverade, the natural dietary supplement just for your liver. Liverite helps your liver work properly so you can feel more energized. Cleanse your liver. Feel the energy. Live right with Liverite.
Thanks, Liverite.
Available at CVS, Walgreens, Rite Aid, and Walmart.
Atlanta, a 3-0 lead. Let's go down to John Shriffen, who's with Iron linebacker Shaheed Salmon. John?
All right, Rich, thank you. The field the last time, limiting Atlanta just 3 points, but they started moving the ball, running the game with those short dinks underneath the swing passes. Defensively, how do you make adjustment to Atlanta style?
Well, they're running the ball pretty well right now, so Coach Harp's on 11-man to the ball hunting, so we just got to keep running to the ball, and that'll eliminate those explosive plays.
All right, thanks for your time. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, John. That's a guy, Arch, who earned a starting job on special teams. He was not in the starting rotation the first 3-4 weeks, but his great play on special teams and the Samford product, now a starter at linebacker. And right now, on the move, Luis Perez and the Birmingham Iron.
Hey, Ringo.
Watch Jamal Robinson, number 18 to the right. Big target down here in the red zone.
Perez goes for him, and it's over his head. And incomplete. Desmond Lawrence, the coverage. Robinson, 6'2", 208 pounds.
And they like to go to Robinson, and they targeted him deep last week. One of their deep targets is especially effective when he gets in the red zone. That was good coverage outside by Lawrence. Perez has to throw the ball a little bit too high, and Robinson cannot come down with it.
Nick Novak,
number 44, play defense.
Here we go. Sunday, set!
Sims up the seam, and it's caught right at midfield. And what a catch there by Keith Towbridge.
Really was. Towbridge showing some hands. Number 89. In a tight seam. Wow. Just smothering coverage underneath. Look at the hands. To keep that concentration, Adeoye was right there in great position. But Towbridge with the play.
Remember that first drive? Sims had a ball dropped, got knocked on his backside. But right now, this offense is humming. Malachi Jones with the catch. And I think for either Aaron Murray or Matt Sims, you can look at their numbers individually, but you also have to look at their offensive line, the wide receivers. The offensive issues have been team-wide, not just two individuals.
Well, the last time these two teams played, Matt Sims was the starting quarterback, and he went right down the field the entire first half, threw for over 200 yards. And the problem is, in his first two games, in his first 3 games of the year, the offense didn't show up in the second half. So for Sims, it's just putting a complete game together.
To the 33. Adeoye brings down Denard Robinson. There might have been a face mask. Let's see if it was.
Yep.
Yeah, right there.
Sometimes you get away with one. With all the holding that happens on offense, every now and then the defense has to get thrown a bone a little bit, Rich. You know what I'm saying? No, you don't.
Ready! Reset! Second down, 9. Keep it on the ground. Folston is close to the first down. That's Shaheed Salmon and Beniquez Brown there to make the stop.
Rich, going back to Matt Sims, probably didn't play his best game in the first game of the season. But then in his second and his third game, played, I would say, extremely well in the first half. Now, things got away from the entire football team, not just on offense and not just because of Sims, but things got away from this football team in the second half. And so he's done about what he's done when he's had the chance to be a starter. They just got to find a way to not only finish their drives, but be able to finish out the game as well.
Ready! Third down, 3. Sims quick. Throw! And I don't know that Folston's flags down. I don't know that Folston was ready for the throw, and this could be either defensive or offensive interference.
Well, this just gets away from Sims. Folston is wide open. They had the look that they wanted, but Sims just sails it. He gets the ball to Folston. Watch when you see the replay of this. But it just gets away.
Offense, number 89, 10-yard penalty, third down.
Yeah, that's a pick play. You could see the contacts. Here's the throw.
Left side of the screen, and they're going to get number 89 for blocking downfield. Not sure that I think that's calling it pretty fine there, but nonetheless, Talbridge, who has played a really nice first half, gets called for the foul.
A timeout Atlanta here.
I'm a defensive apologist, but I would not have called Talbridge with the pass interference right there. That's just me.
You're still a card-carrying member of the defensive back guilds, Adam Archuleta.
You trained, you practiced, you sacrificed for the team, you gave maximum effort and left it all on the field. Now life has a different use for your skills, a greater call to play on a field where victory is measured not in the win column, but in the lives of the friends, family, and country you'll serve. With world-class training, we'll coach you to be excellent in all you do. Don't defer your dreams. Live close to home. Serve around the world. And play for America's home team, the Air National Guard.
3 apiece in Birmingham. The Iron at 4-3. The Legends need to win here and then win their next 2 games and get a little help to get to the postseason. Birmingham just needs to win in this one. And the Atlanta offense been moving the football. You can see 119 yards already. Matt Sims has made some good throws, some good decisions. Kevin Coyle and the Legends, as Arch, you pointed out, trying to recapture that magic when they won 2 games and the offense was humming.
Yep. Well, so far, Talbridge has been the leading receiver. He's caught 2 balls. Folston has caught 2 balls. They have to find a way to get their wide receivers involved in this game. Sontavious Jones, Malachi Jones, Justin Thomas. One of these guys has to be able to make a play here on 3rd and 13 outside.
Sims hit as he throws, ball wobbles, jump ball, and it's intercepted. Bradley Silv, the Alabama native, with a catch, the interception.
Yep. Really hard to blame Sims on this play because he just gets crushed right when he throws the football. He gets hit right as he throws the ball, so then it's underthrown. Silv has great position inside, and there is nothing that Malachi Jones, the wide receiver, number 14, can do with that ball. That ball was caused by the pressure inside and getting to Sims.
Yeah, Birmingham sideline. There you go. War Eagle. Congratulations. That's right.
Hey.
Check that phone.
48.
First Final Four. I think Charles Barkley is passed out by now. That throw is behind the receiver, deflected, and almost intercepted. Desmond Lawrence with the deflection. Lewis Young almost came up with the interception.
Third down today has been a tough down. Birmingham is 0 for 5 on third down conversions today, and almost an interception right there. Boy, the Legends defensively have to find a way to get more takeaways. Only 6 takeaways this season, Rich. That's last in the Alliance.
This one fielded and held, and Dwayne Hollis lost the ball late in the play. It's scooped up. No whistle yet. The return down to the 1. Elijah Campbell with the football.
He had to be down by contact.
Not yet. No elbow, no thigh, and no football.
We've got to see that play from start. It's amazing to me that at no point was he down by contact. That is an unbelievable.
By the kicking team. First down, Birmingham.
Unbelievable job by Birmingham for the 3rd time in one half of football. A fumble on a punt return, and the Iron finally take advantage of it and set up their offense on the 1-yard line.
Ike Spearman got a hand and forced the fumble. And just like that, here's Birmingham on the doorstep.
I feel like Trent Richardson is going to get this football. It's just my gut, Rich.
Yeah, you and Tony Romo, right? I mean, that's a pretty easy call to those two. And Richardson's actually going to lose half a yard. And Dwayne Hollis is in disbelief. And that's, look, this is where Birmingham goes. Trent Richardson has 10 rushing touchdowns. That's the most in the Alliance. But he's averaging almost 2.8 yards per carry this year.
And the good news is they're inside of 2.8 yards.
Yeah.
So they got a chance.
Richardson into the end zone, touchdown. Another Atlanta mistake, and it cost them 6.
Yeah. Toss sweep. You get everybody pulling on the outside. And you don't have any defensive players that can get full body contact on Richardson. If there's one thing you need to bring number 33 down, you've got to get full body contact. Otherwise, it's over. And Richardson does what he has done so well here today. Punches it in inside 2 yards.
You stay with him for the 2-point conversion.
The inside 2.8 yards. It's an option.
Perez will throw it back at the end zone. Caught. That's Patton. A touchdown, a conversion, and now an 11-3 lead.
Well, it starts with a big punch out by Ike Spearman. Fumble leads to big Trent Richardson, punching it in for 6 points, and then little cherry on top, Quentin Patton for 2.
This room definitely needs a rug. Something to take it from okay to OMG. I found the perfect rug at the perfect price here at home, where you'll find every style with the biggest selection at the best prices.
When you rent a car on Turo, you're renting from a real person. No shuttle rides, no waiting in line, and no wandering a car lot. This is your rental counter. And this is you, already on the road. With Turo, this is compact, standard, and full size. This is better than your typical car rental. This is Turo. Download the app today.
My search for the right bar stool is on. One where I'll be sitting pretty. This one. The perfect bar stool at the perfect price. Here at home, where you'll find every style with the biggest selection at the best prices.
11-3. Trent Richardson has scored 11 rushing touchdowns, best in the league. Halftime reports coming up. Alliance All Access. Now it's Flanagan, Cynthia Freeland, Rod Woodson, Terrell Davis. No fumbles at halftime. They'll get you caught up on everything around the Alliance. First half highlights and stats. The Apollos, Memphis had a 9-point lead under 5 minutes, and it disappeared last night. Not a big scoring game, but a nice win for Salt Lake as they beat the Fleet San Diego. And the playoff picture in the East clearing up. Birmingham can clinch a spot with a win. Atlanta, though, if they win this game, stays alive. They'll have to win out and get a little bit of help. But first they have to figure out how to field and hold on to it. Matt Sims on the run, on the money. Bud Howard with the catch. And Howard's out to the 45-yard line. Sims is 8 of 13 for 107 yards, 1 interception.
Great way to get the drive started. We mentioned earlier that Towbridge was the leading target. And Bug Howard, I was just thinking to myself, it's time to get number 84 involved because he's been one of your more consistent playmakers here on offense. But I still believe that somehow, some way, Ken Zampese has to find a way to get his wideouts involved in the game. Shantavius Jones has to play a bigger impact.
Brandon Radcliffe, the Louisville running back, been in camps with Indy and Miami. Ricky Hatley made the hit and the stop. And Atlanta doing what they do. Let's move the football.
Might be difficult to run the ball against Birmingham. Last time these two football teams played, Atlanta had only 44 yards. Last week, Memphis had only 41 yards. And so running the football might be considerably tough here against Birmingham. You might have to try putting the ball in the air and get it outside.
Sims, little shovel pass. That's Bug Howard again. And there'll be no gain on the play.
Well, both offenses having to deal with pressure. I mean, how many times does Sim drop back, and as soon as his back foot hits the ground, there's a Birmingham defensive player right in his face. Now, that right there, that little flip, could have turned out to be a disaster.
And Zampese You know, we were trying to find the definition of quarterback pressures. And I think we know one when we see one, and that was a quarterback pressure.
Atlanta only 1 of 4 on third down, struggling here.
Bring it, baby. Kill, 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 kill.
They're down at 7, and with the play clock running down.
Damn, he's trying to get
a timeout. We'll step aside. Birmingham, an 8-point lead. First half.
Well, my parents met in Texas. Then they moved to Washington. They had me at Fort Knox. They keep all the gold there. After that, we moved to Georgia for a couple years. Then we spent some time in Korea. Seaweed snack. Ew. And now we live here for good.
Our members call many places home.
Oh, lots of questions.
So we made owning a home easier. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission.
Hey, what are you doing up there?
I'm applying for a new job with the Monster mobile app. You won't be seeing me much longer.
Right.
(11-3) Birmingham on top. The Legends with the football. These are the two teams that have had trouble keeping their quarterbacks upright. We've been talking quarterback pressures all day.
And it shows in this game. And Rich, back when that 2-game stretch where the offense was really humming, first 2 games under Ken Zampese, their third down conversion rate was near the top of the alliance, and a big reason for that is because their wide receivers dominated the middle of the field.
On third down at 7, Sims in trouble, flushed and sacked and dropped. Jeremy Falk, give credit to the secondary of Birmingham.
Great move right here. On the right.
First down, Birmingham.
All right, we've got both our coaches here in Birmingham mic'd up.
Oh, my God. Do you see how bad that looks? What could possibly go through your mind that wouldn't have you just go tackle the man with the ball?
That's not the real deal. They came out, that was their new deal. Go, 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 go! Have some poise, poise, poise!
Fun to listen in. And you know what? You and I have gone through a lot of coaches' conference calls before
48.
For both college games and these games here in the Alliance. Perez throw. It's Coprich with the catch. Coprich, terrific move, and he's out to the 30-yard line. And that's a first down and a big gain. Coprich first touch of the day. The Illinois State back.
Trent Richardson is the undisputed lead back here for Birmingham, who gets almost all the carries. But Coprich is a guy that had a couple opportunities last week, and out of the backfield, if you're able to get the ball in his hands, he can do something. He can run with the football and make some plays.
That's his 5th catch of the season.
48. Blue 88, head up.
Coprich still in there. Perez. That was a ton of time. A 4-man rush. And Perez is just going to dump it out of bounds. How about the conference call we had with Tim Lewis, the head coach of the Birmingham Iron? And this is another nice thing about this league. 23 years as an assistant in the NFL. He gets a chance to be a head coach here. He's beloved in the NFL, and that conference call was dynamite.
It is. That was your first experience, Rich. I've had the pleasure of talking to Coach Lewis. Little known fact that Tim Lewis coached me in the Senior Bowl right before the 2001 draft. So we go way back. But certainly a quality football coach, knows football, and is having a lot of fun in this league.
He is. He is enjoying being a head coach.
Flipper.
Likes his team. Richardson back into the game. Perez back to throw. Richardson a catch. And Trent Richardson lost the ball on the floor again, and I think Atlanta's got it. Atlanta says they have it, and they do.
Wait till you see the strip.
That's Carlos Merritt with the football.
Jeff Luke, who did not have a great game in coverage last week. Number 50, one-on-one with Trent Richardson. Watch the strip. Give me that football. Ball's bouncing around, and Atlanta, we mentioned, struggled this season. Only 6 takeaways coming into this game now. Set up the offense, and Matt Sims on the 25-yard line. Can Sims and the Legends take advantage and get 6 points?
Sims, end zone, in and out of the hands of Talbridge. Sims has thrown a couple of balls like that on the money. Flag down at the back of the end zone. And a Birmingham defender on his back as well. That's Joe Powell, the strong safety.
Love how the strong safety, Jack Tocho, number 25, plays this football in the air at the point of reception.
Personal foul. Defense, number 44, unnecessary roughness. Penalty be half the distance to the goal. First down.
Well, rarely do you see a guy who commits unnecessary roughness end up on his back. There's the hit, and he goes down. Arch?
I don't think that should be unnecessary roughness. I really don't. I think that Powell comes over. He clearly leads with his shoulder. He doesn't finish him. He tries to pull off. But one thing you have to remember that he's running at full speed. And if he makes an attempt to take his helmet out of the play and lead with his shoulder, I do not believe that he should be called for unnecessary roughness. In case you're wondering how I feel about that.
That's why you're here, Arch. That ball sits now at the 12, and it's going to be 1st and 10 now for this Atlanta offense. Remember, it was a big Atlanta mistake that led to the Birmingham touchdown. A Birmingham fumble, and Atlanta is inching closer. Folston down to the 8, and we're down to the sideline. John Schriffen.
We just saw defensive back Joe Powell walk off into the locker room for Birmingham. They are now down 2 defensive backs, as Elijah Campbell is also in the locker room with an ankle injury. His return is questionable.
Thank you, John.
It's one thing that Tim Lewis was extremely concerned about in our call this week is the health of their cornerbacks and their secondary, and a couple big losses again today.
Second down at 6. And bursting through to make that hit, John Maxey.
I think that Atlanta has to find a way to be creative. I don't think they're big enough. I don't think they're physical enough. They don't have the big power physical runner to just run at this defense. And we just talked about the secondary and the injuries that Birmingham has had in the secondary. These big wide receivers, Sontavious Jones, right now, this part of the field, you've got to go out there and dominate. He's a playmaker, and he's got to find a way to catch this ball in the end zone.
3rd and 8. Sims clears it out. Folston greeted rudely, well short of the first down. Shaheed Salmon, along with Beniquez Brown.
Hey, and Rich, look, I get it. You want to take care of the football. And these quarterbacks, both when they've had a chance to start, have had trouble taking care of the football, especially here in the last 2 weeks. But you can't be afraid to make a play. And you can't just dump it off to your running backs. You get in the red zone, they're going to have to find a way to squeeze that ball into tight coverage and allow their receivers to go up and make a play.
26-yard attempt. Young Ho Koo is perfect on the season. He's 12 of 12, including one today. And a whistle stops that one in mid-flight.
Delay a game. Offense. 5-yard penalty. 4th down.
Now, Kevin Coyle isn't going to go all Mike Singletary on that. That was a point of contention, to put it lightly, last night, a delay of game that wasn't called.
I think I feel like I have to watch the end of that game like four more times. I really do, to really digest everything.
to appreciate. And so Young Hoku says, no problem. 5 yards back, I'm perfect this year.
Yep.
13 of 13. And another turnover turns into 3 points.
Jeff Luke, look at that. Richardson's strong. I think we've established that Trent Richardson's a strong guy, right? Great strip. Atlanta, golden opportunity to get a touchdown right there, but has to settle for the 3 points. Rich, I think that if Atlanta wants to win this football game, they've got to open up their offense, and they've got to throw the ball down the field, and they've got to get the ball outside the numbers to their wideouts. If they don't do that, I don't see how offensively they're able to put points up.
Flipper.
Coming up on the 2-minute warning.
Terrible.
Perez. Caught and pops out. Whistles stop the play. Carlos Merritt. Hamba Edatewo with the catch. He didn't hold it very long.
Ooh, I love how Merritt just sits there and waits like a cobra ready to strike. Oh, great hat placement right there. Right in the strike zone. Ball a little bit behind, but boy, that's well played. Great technique by Carlos Merritt.
2nd down, 10.
Set. 48. Blue 48, head up.
Drop play. Coverage. And Atlanta playing with some emotion right now. And that's our 2-minute warning. Now we've heard from quarterbacks. We've heard from head coaches. And in the 2-minute warning, we're going to hear from the officials as they huddle, as they always do on a 2-minute warning, and go through their checklist.
Atlanta has 2. One ball all day. No, shoot one ball all day, okay? Hey, you got everything up here. Salim, that's correct. Ensure the player all the timeout automatic. Keep in mind, if we have a 4th or a 5th timeout, we'll follow the penalty. Penalty is a dead ball. Ball out not to be a dead ball. Clock out of snap. No substitution mechanic unless we have a scrimmage kick. 10-second runoff now applicable. No back-to-back timeouts. Down fumble applies. Both rules, A and B.
And now officials will break. We follow the officials who head to the home team.
Yes.
Okay, so all replays are going to come from the booth from now on. So don't throw the replay flag.
Okay.
You have 1 timeout. Atlanta has 2.
Okay. Very good. Yep, thank you. Yep.
Nicely done. Ken Zampese, offensive coordinator. Matt Sims. Sims 10 of 15, 109 yards. Luis Perez behind his offensive line right now. 9 of 18, 65 yards.
48. Blue 48, head up.
3rd down and 8. Perez, short throw, and that's not going to get the job done. Great stand by Atlanta's defense. Brandon Watts up with a stop.
Yeah, both these linebackers, Jeff Luke has had an outstanding game today. 6 tackles already. And you can see both offenses getting conservative and a lot of dump-off passes to the running backs. Throw the ball outside to your wide receivers. Get those guys involved. Let them go out there and make some plays. But you cannot be scared to go out there and make a mistake. You got to be aggressive. You got to be smart. But go out there and let those guys make some plays.
This is one of the best plays for Birmingham in the first half, and that is a punt.
Yes, it is.
Because Dwayne Hollis had fumbled 3 of them, and he's no longer back there. James Quick, the Louisville product, is back at the 24-yard line. Colton Schmidt, another good kick. Quick backing up, spinning, and going nowhere in a hurry. Great special teams work. Highlights or lowlights of the special teams for Atlanta.
First part of the game, fool me once. Shame on you, fool me twice. Dwayne Hollis not having a great day. And then finally, third time is a charm. Birmingham is able to pick it up, rumble to the 1-yard line, and that leads to 8 points.
All right, we'll see. You were hoping that Atlanta would really get creative and open things up offensively. Minute and a half left. Screen pass, center screen pass is almost picked off. Xavier Dixon, who won a couple of national titles at Alabama, almost came up with that one.
What a reaction by Dixon. He is the outside rusher, but he reads screen and almost has it. Should have had it. Read it perfectly, and usually when you get the double fist bang, Rich, he knows that he should have had that ball. Could have been a huge play.
Renee! Renee set!
Second down 10. Sims on the money, caught there. Montavious Jones has the first down. Sims has been very accurate in that mid-range 12 to 15-yard spot.
I thought that Shahid Salmon, number 56, the linebacker, almost picked off that football. That was a dangerous pass inside. But still plenty of time, Rich.
We had to go back to his college records to look for his longest 53 yards at Georgia Southern. Koo kicked in the NFL. Was with the Chargers in 2017. Matt Sims. That's Folston right at the 40-yard line, right at the sticks. And I think he's got the first down. Salmon made another hit. Clock rolls.
Sunday, set!
Atlanta moving. Justin Thomas, see if he got the toes down and kept the heels up. Toes up, heels never came down. That's a catch.
There you go.
Renee set!
First and 10. Sims again sideline. That one was for Folston. Overshot him. Salmon on the coverage. Atlanta has a timeout. A minute left. Down 11-6.
Rich, I know in these situations on defense, a lot of times coordinators content to rush 4, rush 3, drop everybody else back in coverage. But I think if I was Tim Lewis, I would blitz Sims. When they blitz Matt Sims, it has caused major problems for the offense. I would force him by bringing an extra rusher to do something with the ball and make a quick decision.
Sims, they got him. Jake Payne, Xavier Dixon. And there's your pressure.
No, they didn't need to bring an extra pressure, but they ran a twist to both sides. Atlanta failed to pick up the twist, and you had 2 edge rushers and somebody coming up the middle, and Sims has no chance. But I would send games. I would rush an extra player, because when Sims has been under pressure, and it's been a lot in this game, he has not been able to make plays.
He's been sacked twice. It's now third down and 15. Atlanta uses their last timeout.
Maybe don't need to blitz on 3rd and 15, but I would certainly continue to run games and make the offensive linemen up front work. the twists. They have had a hard time when the defensive tackles and the ends run twists to the inside.
380! 380!
Flush. Sims throws. Ooh, big hit at the 39. Ball pops loose. But Niquez Brown introduces himself to Denard Robinson.
Brown, he's had a heck of a game, hasn't he? We've called Jeff Luke number 50 for the Legends multiple times, but Brown has been equally disruptive, as he has been the entire season, with a big hit right there. Good pressure up inside, forces Sims to get outside the pocket, but there is nowhere to go. What a hit by Brown. Wow.
Robinson was holding that left leg, that left knee area. Of course, an incredible college career at Michigan. He's an All-American at quarterback. Only NCAA player at 1,500 yards or more passing and rushing in the same season. A running back at Jacksonville. And so Robinson heads to the sideline.
Hey, get home.
46 seconds left, first half in Birmingham.
Both of these teams, Rich, have been abysmal on third down. Atlanta only 1 for 7. Birmingham 0 for 8. And that's largely because the passing offense, both teams have not been able to involve the wideouts consistently enough to pick up first downs.
Cameron Nizelak will punt it. Chris Davis is deep. It's going to be a great roll. And a long punt. And they mark it right at the 5-yard line. That is a 57-yard punt. I would think if you're Birmingham, you got 11-6 lead, 35 seconds left. Just make sure you hold on to the football.
No, shotgun spread formation, and it's bombs away, Rich. No, absolutely. Really nothing to gain here for Birmingham. Deep in your own territory, take a knee, and call it a half.
Good dose of sarcasm there from you, Arch.
I'm pretty good at that, I think. Dry sarcasm.
Sick.
Some people can't handle it, though.
I'm all for it. I'm all in, Arch. Perez takes a knee. Birmingham is a half away from clinching a postseason spot. Kevin Coyle and Atlanta, they need a win here to keep themselves alive. They moved the football, but as usual, they hit the red zone. That's where their troubles were in the first half. They had to settle for 2 Young-Ho Koo field goals.
And really, when it comes down to it, it's really special teams. Special teams today is really the reason why Birmingham goes into halftime with a 5-point lead.
Atlanta gets the football to start the second half. Birmingham with an 11-6 lead on it. Somewhat chilly afternoon, but no rain here, and we're thankful for that in Birmingham. Let's go down to John Schriffen, who's with Tim Lewis, head coach of the Iron.
Coach, the difference on the scoreboard so far, the play of your special team setting up that easy touchdown, but we've seen fumbles on both sides of the ball. How would you summarize that first half?
Well, a little bit sloppy offensively. We're not getting as many first downs as we need to. We're not keeping control of the ball like we need to. Defensively, I think we're hanging in there. We're holding on. Special teams wise, we're doing a good job. I just need to get some more first downs.
All right, Coach. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, John. First half in the books. Birmingham at home. On top, we'll send you to the Alliance All Access halftime report. You're watching The Alliance of American Football on CBS Sports Network, 24-hour home of CBS Sports.
They can't stop us. They can judge or dismiss us, but we'll come back. Because you can't stop pride or power. You can't stop speed or spirit. You can't stop genius or passion. Or you can't stop coming together, anticipating, celebrating. You can't stop the players. You can't stop the places. You can't stop Sunday or Saturday. You can't stop football, and they can't stop us. It's the Alliance of American Football.
Attention Medicare beneficiaries. Are you getting the benefits you deserve? Many Medicare recipients are not aware of all the benefits available to them, which may include vision, dental, prescriptions, and more. Some plans have no copays or no deductibles. Some even have $0 monthly premiums. These benefits may be available to you right now. Call now to find out what you are eligible for. The MedicareAdvantage.com hotline is taking calls right now. The call is free and there's no obligation. Take the first step to protect your health. Call now to get the additional benefits you deserve. Many of these plans include coverage for dental, vision, and prescriptions. Plus, some may have no copays or no deductibles. Call MedicareAdvantage.com. You may not have to wait for the Medicare annual enrollment period. You may be able to get additional coverage now. The sooner you call, the sooner you can get the benefits you deserve.
Call 800-305-0275. That's 800-305-0275. Call now.
Do you feel sluggish or tired throughout the day? Have you ever thought the problem could be your liver?
My liver?
Your liver cleanses your body of things like too much food and drink, and if it's all clogged up, you feel sluggish and tired. But there is something you can do. Take Liverite Liverade, the natural dietary supplement just for your liver. Liverite helps your liver work properly so you can feel more energized. Cleanse your liver. Feel the energy. Live right with Liverite.
Thanks, Liverite.
Available at CVS, Walgreens, Rite Aid, and Walmart.
Trent Richardson's 11th rushing touchdown on the season. Birmingham leading the Atlanta Legends 11-6. It is halftime right now in Alabama. Welcome everyone into our Alliance All Access studios. I'm Alex Flanagan alongside analytics analyst Cynthia Freeland and two Hall of Famers for you today, Terrell Davis and Rod Woodson. And you guys, as we watch this first half, Atlanta really just the same things have plagued them all season long.
Yeah, turnovers and inefficiency in the red zone. You know, Hollis has 3 fumbles, 1 lost. Matt Sims has the 1 interception. But every time they get down to the red zone, they can't push it in for the touchdowns, and that's been plaguing them all year.
And Ken Zampese is going to have to find a way to keep Matt Sims clean. He's getting a lot of pressure up there, so you got to find some things to do, maybe move him out the pocket, but got to keep him clean.
If Birmingham holds on to this one, they are assured a place in the playoffs. Meanwhile, in the West, a big game coming up tonight between the San Antonio Commanders and the Arizona Hotshots. Both of those teams have been pretty hot. Arizona winning 2 in a row. San Antonio on a 4-win winning streak right now. Cynthia, do they keep that going tonight?
I think they do. I think this is going to be a close matchup, but I have a 2-point win for the Commanders, 23-21 in this one for their 5th win in a row. It actually keeps the division wide open if the Commanders win. That second place spot is still up for grabs, but it's all about turnovers, and we know the Commanders have the most interceptions in the league, and John Wolford's thrown 7 picks, which is tied for the most in the AAF.
It's going to certainly be a good game tonight coming up. Meanwhile, what we get to hear in the Alliance when we're a fly on the wall, we've got some great mic'd up coming your way next.
Keep working. We'll make it back, all right? I promise you. Good to see you. Be good. My dogs for life. We ain't got no choice for life, baby.
This entire country is getting more disgusting by the second.
That's a demo we're targeting mostly on Facebook.
You have the 2nd lowest vaccination rate in the nation. And when I am elected president, you will be number 1.
Catherine's been suffering from postpartum depression.
How can you tell?
Well, the haircut.
I'm a boy, baby, all right.
Come on, Carol. Hawaii, nice.
Yeah, I'm excited. Finally earned enough rewards points.
So jealous.
Yeah, I can't wait to get that shave ice.
What's shave ice?
It's like a Hawaiian snow cone.
Why not just say snow cone?
I don't know, they call it shave ice.
You fly to Hawaii for this.
I don't go there for the ice.
You saved up your reward points for ice. That's a lot of ice.
Okay.
Go Rewards credit card from Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission.
Tecovas does some things the way they've always been done. We make traditional Western boots. As for everything else, we went our own way. Handmade with the highest quality leathers, sold only direct to you for a fair price. With free shipping, returns, and exchanges, and service that would make our grandmothers proud. Everything we do is for you. Find your pair at tecovas.com.
Through 8 weeks in the Alliance, the Orlando Apollos have been the best team in the league. Well, they've also been one of the most entertaining, and that's why they play a starring role in this edition of Mic'd Up.
We're going to win this game today. Believe it. Believe it and receive it. Believe it and receive it. Speak it. Yeah. Speak it out loud.
1, 2, 3, shot. This is unbelievable. Can anybody rush the passer? No! Johnny, what are you doing? Hey, you good? Hey, I'm gonna try to hit you too, bro. Hey, good play, bro. No, watch out, watch out. I got it. They come this way, you back up. I know, I'm trying to. Yeah, I'm trying to. Let's go! Hey, I hear you. Hey, team out. Hey, that's on that guy. Hey, did you just watch the right tackle? He jumps. He's false started every play they pass. I'm not talking to you, bud. I'm not talking to you, though. Shoulder, left shoulder. Yeah, that's pop. That don't mean. My shoulder popped out. My left one, though, but it took my helmet.
Keep working. We'll make it back, all right? I promise you. Good to see you. Be good. Be my dogs for life. We ain't got no choice for life, baby.
Hey, we're in the playoffs. Everybody!
We saw a lot of Steve Spurrier in there, who's had us laughing all season, but also his quarterback, Garrett Gilbert, who I think we all believe will likely get a second chance in the NFL. Let's talk a little bit more about some of the players that we might see this summer in a camp, you guys. Cynthia, first, let us know what you think and what you're hearing from NFL executives about what the criteria is that they want to meet from these players.
So the most likely criteria are some combination of the following. The first is they have to be kind of close to having been in college, so they're still moldable. They're kind of on the younger end of the spectrum so that they can be shaped to the way that the NFL team that they would go to would want them to play. The second one is kind of limited exposure, so that kind of plays into the first one. Maybe they went to a smaller school and they were overlooked in the draft process. And then last but not least, versatility, especially at positions that are not quarterback, so they can be used on special teams. A guy like Cameron Kelly, who plays for the Fleet, he kind of fits all of these. He went to San Diego State, so he'd be a good pick.
Yeah, maybe hasn't gotten the attention that maybe he deserves. Are there a couple players for you guys?
Yeah, Devontae Bugsby right here. You really look at him. He has played well for this football team. He's had a couple opportunities in the National Football League, but one thing I love about him, he's playing with great confidence. And when you believe in yourself, guys who believe in who they are, when they go on the field, they believe in what they see. They're going to put their foot in the ground like right here and go get pick sixes. When you can find players like this in any roster, in any league, they can play.
Well, the guy I'm looking for is J.C. Hassenauer. He's a center for the Birmingham Iron. This guy was in Atlanta last year on the practice squad, 24 years old. So, Cynthia, to your point there, this guy is, according to Pro Football Focus, he's a highly graded center, so look for him to be in the league next year.
Good PFF shout-out.
Yeah,
How can you not say the guy you're going to see in the second half, Young Wei Koo, a kicker who has to be in the league next year, right? Second half coming your way on the CBS Sports Network.
As the most thrilling tournament in sports continues, we bring you up-to-the-minute reaction.
They played great. They were deserving of winning. We made a couple big plays here.
And Duke survives
it's going to be a tough locker room.
On NCAA March Madness 360, next on CBS Sports Network.
Being a rider is tough. Hanging on to life by a thread. PBR on CBS Sports Network.
Do you use catheters? Are you using the catheter that's really best for you?
Oh, yeah.
For years, I'd been using one kind of catheter, and I never knew that there were other really great catheters available until Liberator sent me samples to try. If I had not tried the samples from Liberator, I might never have found the perfect catheter for me. Liberator Medical sent me a catheter that was easier for me to use right out of the package. Now that I've found the best catheter for me, it's made my life much easier. My catheters were completely paid for, not a dime out of my pocket.
There are so many innovative catheters. Get the best catheter for you. Call Liberator Medical. Get your free catheter sample pack.
Call 1-800-625-3335. That's 1-800-625-3335.
Do you feel sluggish or tired throughout the day? Have you ever thought the problem could be your liver?
My liver?
Your liver cleanses your body of things like too much food and drink. And if it's all clogged up, you feel sluggish and tired. But there is something you can do. Take Liberate, the natural dietary supplement just for your liver. Liberate helps your liver work properly so you can feel more energized. Cleanse your liver. Feel the energy. Live right with Liberate.
Thanks, Liberate.
Available at CVS, Walgreens, Rite Aid, and Walmart.
Halftime in the Alliance. Birmingham just one half away from a postseason. If they win this game, they clinch the second postseason spot in the East. Rich Welch along with Adam Archuleta holding on to the football. I know it's a little bit chilly here, but that certainly was an issue and certainly figures into the score.
It does, and it's really about miscues. You know, Atlanta really did some good things. They were moving the football, doing some good things on offense. They haven't been able to punch it in when they get down there. But the story of the game to me really is miscues and Birmingham's ability to take advantage. Early pressure leads to an interception inside the 10-yard line. Ensuing punt from Atlanta. Ike Spearman punches the ball out. And then Trent Richardson barrels it in from 2 yards to get their first touchdown of the game. Quentin Patton for 2. And that's really the difference in the game. 3 special teams miscues from Atlanta. Birmingham taking advantage of one of those. But these two offenses have to get on track in some way, shape, or form. Birmingham, anemic, offensively rich, starts with getting third downs. Both offenses terrible in third down conversion percentage.
Air National Guard first half stats. Atlanta, of course, continuing their troubles in the red zone. Let's go down to John Shrippen. John?
Spoke to Atlanta head coach Kevin Coyle. He told me he felt like his defense is playing really well in that first half, but he felt like the mistakes just kept adding up. He told his guys, if we don't make those errors here in the second half, we've got a great chance to win this game. One update on Denard Robinson. We saw him go down late there at the end of the first half. Coach Coyle told me it does not look like he will be back out onto the field for the second half, guys.
Thank you, John.
If we don't make those mistakes, said every coach ever. Right, Rich?
Well, yeah, you're right. And that's a good reason why that man, Tim Lewis, is in a much better mood than Kevin Coyle.
But his offense, really, I mean, this has been a hot offense. And you can say one of the hotter offenses in the Alliance, speaking about Birmingham, in the last 2 weeks, and they have put up 25 points in each of the last 2 games. But this defense from Atlanta has really taken it to it. Here we go. Aaron Murray gets the start and see if he can jumpstart the offense and get the ball to his wideouts here in the third quarter.
Now, he and Matt Sims did split the time during the week. Murray will pitch it. Look at that tackle. Right out of a cannon. Shaheed Salmon.
Just awesome. Awesome play. These linebackers, whether it's Salmon, whether it's Brown, have been all over the field today. Love how Salmon just presses the line of scrimmage. Chase Ferris, the guard, has no chance. And that's how you start out play here in the third quarter, with Aaron Murray facing 2nd and 16.
Murray has had some real bright moments, and his last couple of games, though, he's thrown 5 picks in those 2 games, and a timeout by Atlanta.
First. 30 seconds.
So Atlanta calls a timeout. Now, Matt Sims, how do you grade his first half?
I thought he did some things well, but I didn't think he handled pressure particularly well. Anytime that Birmingham pressured the pocket, Sims didn't seem to have an answer. The one interception came on a pressure, hardly his fault, but I think that's what it really came down to.
Now, I said some high points for Aaron Murray in the last 2 games, trying to keep the football away from the other team. And you can see weeks 4 through 5, and then the last 2 weeks, a big difference. Now, he won the first 2 games. Legends lost the last 2. But here in the second half, he's not only trying to rally the Legends and get some points on the board, he's trying to keep their playoff hopes alive. And his throw is almost intercepted. Beniquez Brown got a hand on it.
Oh, that time it's Brown, and Brown was reading the mail the entire way. Watch Murray scan to his right. He's trying to fit the skinny post, but Brown has great depth. When you're a linebacker playing zone coverage and you get depth, really tough. Aaron Murray knows it right there. Should never have let that pass go, but really tough for quarterbacks to find that window.
3rd down and 16. Pump fake by Murray. Pressure for him, and he's dropped. Back at the 14. Beniquez Brown on the coverage. Beniquez Brown on the sack.
Unbelievable. These linebackers, Brown, Salmon, back and forth. Little friendly competition. This is a screen pass, trying to fake screen one way and then come back the other way. But the fast pressure by Brown, and Aaron Murray has to eat the football. Wow. Did Tim Lewis's defense come out to play here to start out the third quarter?
Line drive kick. Lavagier Felton, midfield to the sideline. Felton's 30 and out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Special teams again going the Irons way.
Well, he stands 5'6". He goes about 160 pounds, and they call him Turbo. We've been hearing about Felton and his special skill set, his great change of direction, his blazing speed. And there it is, all on display right there. Talk about how the offense today for Birmingham not having one of their better days, but special teams has carried the load here, and now Birmingham for the 2nd time today with great field position, trying to capitalize and punch it in for 6 points.
It's not sexy. Birmingham is not a sexy team, but this is how they win games. They win games with field position, with Trent Richardson, with Perez, and his throw is over the head of Braden Bowman. I mean, they're being outgained by almost double in this game, but they're up 11-3. They've taken care of the football for the most part.
They've been a good red zone team. 59% touchdown conversion percentage. That's number 2 in the alliance. They went 3 for 5 last week. If they can get in a goal-to-go situation, that's where they use Trent Richardson and where he's been so effective.
Hey, 48. Blue 48, head up.
Perez. Patton. Did he get the feet down? No, he didn't.
Oh, man, that was brilliant.
Carlos Merritt on the coverage.
Yeah, right foot down, left foot out of bounds. Great body adjustment. There's just not enough field to work with. Right foot, left foot out of bounds. But, man, how about Patton? Shown some great body control and great adjusting to the football today, but just ran out of field for the 2nd time.
Birmingham has taken some shots. They have thrown the ball down the field.
They do, and they've got big receivers. LaDainian Washington, 6'4". Jamal Robinson, 6'4". So we got some receivers on the field that can get the football.
3rd down and 10. And it's incomplete. Richardson, the intended receiver. I mean, Birmingham is 4-3. They win this game. They're 5-3. They're in the postseason. And a skirmish. It's one of the benefits of Skycam, right? You can identify guys in the middle of that a lot easier that way.
True indeed, Rich.
This would be is a 37-yard attempt. Nick Novak. It's been a good league for kickers, especially guys like Nick Novak. 10 years in the NFL, knocks another one through. All set up by Devontae Felton. 49 yards on the return, 37 yards on the Novak kick.
My patio is begging for a new chair. And what my patio wants, my patio gets. For less. Like that. And that. I found the perfect patio chair at the perfect price. Here, at home, where you'll find the biggest selection of styles at the best prices.
Free, 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 free. Free, free, free. Free, 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 free. Free, 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 free.
Free.
Free, free, free.
That's right. TurboTax Free is free. Free, 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 free.
I'm looking for a lamp I'll love. One that can really, light up a room. There, I found the perfect lamp and shade at the perfect price. Here, at home, where you'll find every style with the biggest selection at the best prices.
3 more points for Birmingham. Their lead stretched now to 8. Skycamp today brought to you by Wheels Up. We had planned to put Adam Archuleta on a Skycam for the 3rd quarter.
I politely declined. You could pay me more.
Well, Wheels Up, Arch.
I'm not a sideshow, Rich. I am not a sideshow.
Aaron Murray stepping up, hit as he throws. And I don't care if you're Matt Sims or you're Aaron Murray. If you can't stay upright, it's hard to complete passes.
Boy, up inside again. Watch this move on the right guard. Unbelievable move with great quickness. Little swim. And Murray has no chance.
Jonathan Maxey. 2nd down 10. On the ground, Radcliffe to the 27.
So here's the difference, Rich, when you watch and you break down Aaron Murray and the way he handles pressure. When he's pressured, he has the worst quarterback rating in the alliance. Last, dead last. But from a clean pocket, he hits his passes at a clip of 77%. So that tells you right there, if Atlanta wants to be successful throwing the football downfield, they've got to keep Aaron Murray clean.
3rd down 8. Murray rolls right. He is mobile. Throws up the field. Caught there by Thomas. And Thomas is to the 40. He's to the 20, and he's out of bounds. No clean pocket, but a big throw and catch. Murray to Justin Thomas.
This is what a mobile quarterback does. It puts the defense in a bind. Watch as Murray comes up, and that forces a linebacker right there who's supposed to be in coverage. That's Xavier Dixon. he doesn't know what to do. He wants to come up and tackle Murray, but then he leaves his coverage, and Murray spots his receiver, Thomas, and gives the Legends a big play.
49 yards, out of bounds at the 24. Tarian Foster in the backfield. Pump fake, Murray scrambling again. Gets outside the pocket, races for the sideline, trips, and goes down. And it's a gain of just a yard.
Well, we talked about Ken Zampini's need to maybe get creative when they get in the red zone because they're not physical enough of an offense to go straight at Birmingham. That time they call up the screen, the fake bubble screen, and go. But Tim Lewis's defense, as they have been the entire game here today, play extremely disciplined, and there is nowhere down the field for Murray to throw the football. This is a defense that there is not a lot of windows to throw the ball into, so you're going to have to beat tight coverage with an accurate pass, and the receiver has to win the contested catch.
On the ground, Colston to the 18-yard line, and here's the spot that has troubled Atlanta all season long. Look, Atlanta has outgained Birmingham 204-74.
Incredible.
But inside the red zone, things really grind to a halt. There's a look at Rick Minter, former head coach at Cincinnati, great defensive coordinator in college, linebacker coach with the Eagles as well.
So Aaron Murray is going to have to be fearless in where he throws his football into tight coverage if they want to pick this up.
Third down 4. Murray's throw. Colston spins, but he's short of the first down. Jack Tocho, 7th round draft pick of the Vikings, on their practice squad last year, made the stop.
Now, both teams are throwing to their running backs a lot out of the backfield in critical situations. And Tocho, with great coverage and great open field tackling, forces a field goal. But I'll say it, I've said it before and I'll say it again. These quarterbacks are going to have to be a little bit more fearless and not be afraid to throw it into the tight window if they want to score touchdowns against these defenses.
Young Ho Koo, and his perfect season continues. He's 3 of 3 today. He's 14 of 14 on the season. Another long drive, but Atlanta has to settle for another field goal. And the Legends are still down here in Birmingham.
So here's the deal. Somewhere along the way, Western boots got too expensive. And the styles? Well, Tecovas fixed that. We make handcrafted, high-quality Western boots from the finest materials for a fair price. With free shipping, returns, and exchanges, and service that would make our grandmothers proud. From comfort to quality to price, value is one of our values. Find your pair only at Tecovas.com.
14-9, Birmingham on top. Tonight, 8 Eastern. Toughest sport on dirt in the state of Washington, the Tacoma Invitational, presented by Cooper Tires. Unleash the Beast Series right here on CBS Sports Network. How come Atlanta can't unleash the beast in the red zone, Arch?
Man, they're too, in my opinion, scared money makes no money. And quarterbacks have to be cognizant of not making a mistake, but also know that they've got to throw the ball into tight coverage.
3 Youngway Koo field goals. That's it for Atlanta. And Perez is sandwiched as he lets go. J.T. Jones was there to get him.
But the pressure from both defenses really started to take control of this game. Well, we've seen Birmingham swarming to the football. Atlanta, you heard that Kevin Coyle coming out of halftime really liked the way his defense has played, and he should. They've essentially, outside of a big special teams play, have smothered the Birmingham offense. And it starts with the front four getting pressure on Perez.
Perez steps up, pumps, fires, incomplete. That was Braden Bowman, one of the 2 tight ends we've seen.
So here's the key when you watch Perez. If he can set up and get the ball out of his hands and go to his first read, he's really good. When you take away the first read and you force him to get through his progressions, that's where things start to break down, and that's when he holds on to the football. And he doesn't always have an answer, Rich. He doesn't always know exactly where he should go to the ball or go with the football when you take away his first read.
And no answers on third down, Art.
Nasty. Nasty third down for Birmingham, 0 for 7.
Hit. 48. 48, head up.
On third down and 10. Perez caught, dropped. Dylan Donahue, the former Jet.
Okay. Immense pressure off the edge, this time number 94. And that's Michael Dunn, the right tackle, number 67. You have no chance. 54. You have no chance, Rich, in the drop-back passing game if the quarterback gets pressure on him that quickly.
Fair catch called for and made by Quick. Flags go down. Well, it's been Atlanta making mistakes on special teams today that's been a factor.
Flag on the play.
This could move the football into Birmingham territory.
After the play was over, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, kicking team, 15-yard penalty, first down.
Quick hangs on. Not a lot of contact, but a flag nonetheless. The Alliance of American Football app, #1 in both the Google and Apple stores. Let's take a look.
For the first time in the history of pro sports, here's the app as fast as every player in the game. The Alliance app delivers revolutionary technology, real-time play-by-play gaming, instant interactivity. Truly a game changer. Get the Alliance app today. Live predictive gaming at full speed. Call the plays. Unprecedented and at your fingertips. Available on the App Store and Google Play.
When you rent a car on Turo, you're renting from a real person. No shuttle rides, no waiting in line, and no wandering a car lot. This is better than your typical car rental. This is Turo. Download the app today.
Well, my parents met in Texas. Then they moved to Washington. They had me at Fort Knox. They keep all the gold there. After that, we moved to Georgia for a couple years. Then we spent some time in Korea. Seaweed snack. Ew. And now we live here for good.
Our members call many places home.
Oh, lots of questions.
So we made owning a home easier. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission.
That is Keith Price, the former Washington Husky, 3 years in the CFL. He's the backup quarterback for Birmingham, and he's loosening up right now on the Birmingham sideline. Birmingham's offense just 67 total yards so far today, but they're on top. 14-9. Aaron Murray at quarterback, little speed option there, and Colston takes the pitch and runs out of bounds at the 40-yard line. So that personal foul brings it into Birmingham territory. Murray moved the Legends down the fields and got them in field goal range. They stalled in the red zone. Down 14-9 now.
What makes it even more surprising that these outside receivers for Atlanta haven't really made an impact in this game is the fact that Jamar Summers, one of the best corners in the Alliance for Birmingham, is out. He's not even playing. And the secondary has had some health problems. And Atlanta still can't take advantage.
Murray, play action. A lot of contact. No flags yet.
I think it was incidental contact. I thought both players' legs and feet got tangled up as Murray tried to go downtown. Jack Tocho right there, number 25. He's played a heck of a ball game here today. I mean, we've seen a lot of impressive defensive players on both sides of the ball today, really flying around and making life very difficult for the offense.
3rd down, 7. Low snap. Quick throw. Caught. Malachi Jones, 1st down, Atlanta, to the 26-yard line.
This is what you want to see from Aaron Murray. Blitz. And that's going to open up a void in the middle of the field. Murray sees the blitz. There's no linebacker right there. Jones sits it right down before he gets to the other side of the field and is able to pick up the 1st down. That is a good rep from Aaron Murray on 3rd down.
Getting closer to the red zone. Murray again, play action, steps through the rush. Has room, fires it, great catch there. Jones had to go down to get it. Another 1st down, and he's out of bounds at the 11-yard line.
Well, there we go. Jones might be the guy. Last week, 7 targets, 6 catches, 53 yards. And he has been one of the more consistent receivers here for Atlanta.
Adam Archuleta. Red zone issues.
What you need, man.
What do you dial up here to finally get in the end zone?
A good play.
Good second effort. Brandon Radcliffe just picked up 5 yards on his own, and he spins down to 3. Maybe instead of getting creative, they should just put the nose down and go for it.
Well, Radcliffe is certainly one of the options on this roster of running back who is more of a downhill runner. Folston is a all-around guy, a guy that can hit the edge, tough guy inside, but he's not as physical as Radcliffe. But still, this is tough. Birmingham, this is where they're at their best. And even the last time these two football teams played, inside the 5-yard line, it was impossible for the Legends to score touchdowns.
Radcliffe behind Murray, and no snap, lots of movements. Flags down. Essentially bedlam.
Offense, number 56, 5-yard penalty, 2nd down.
Isaiah Williams. But I think there was more than Williams that moved. Let's take a look.
Right tackle number 56. Boy, that was close. I'm not quite sure that... Nonetheless, another mistake. Same thing happened last time these two football teams played. Miscues and penalties inside the 5-yard line.
Second and goal. Murray avoids one. Looking, throwing, batted down. Benitez Brown got a hand on it. 3rd down goal.
Well, this is such a great play by Brown, because if he doesn't get his hands on it, this touchdown. I couldn't quite see. That was Justin Thomas who was open in the end zone. And Brown just continuing to have a huge impact in this game, doing it in all phases. Running game, passing game, stripping the football, and that time breaks up what would have been a sure touchdown.
Aaron Murray steps up, will scramble, and it's caught short of the goal line. And it will be 4th and goal from the 3. Max Redfield made the stop. Atlanta has settled 3 times in the red zone for 3 field goals. Doesn't look like they're settling here.
I think the smart money. Look, I know you want a touchdown. You need a touchdown to win this football game. The smart money says to kick the field goal, but if you want to win and you're Atlanta, it's not going to be by kicking field goals. You have to find a way to get 6 points and a way to score touchdowns. And this is your best opportunity right here on the 2.5-yard line.
Play clock down. Let's see if they got a timeout before the flag. They did. Well, they spread them out. They had 5 receivers in.
Rich, the smart thing to do is kick the field goal.
Let's see how fast Kevin Coyle can run.
It's not bad.
That was all part of the San Antonio training camp, right? And the coaches had to stretch it out a little.
But, Rich, the smart thing to do is kick the field goal. You're sitting here in the third quarter. Your defense has been dominant. Birmingham has not got anything going.
You want Younghoe Koo out there. Is that what you're saying?
No, what I'm saying, that's the smart thing to do. But if Atlanta can't score a touchdown, they don't deserve to win this football game.
They have just,
and this is your best opportunity right here inside the 3-yard line to score a touchdown.
They have just 2 rushing touchdowns all year.
Looks like empty formation, so certainly Aaron Murray with the quarterback draw. If they stay in empty. Quarterback draw is always an option if Birmingham vacates the box. Right now, no linebacker inside, so options are good. Draws are good.
There's Murray, dives. I don't know. Officials say no. Birmingham has held. Max Redfield got a hand on him.
Well, this comes down to one-on-one. Does Redfield get Murray down? Quarterback draw. And did his right knee hit the ground before he reached over? That's the question. Right there, and I believe that right knee is going to mean that Aaron Murray is short.
It's a great look right down the goal line, knees down.
Yep.
Birmingham holds. Red zone troubles continue for Atlanta.
Here at Topgolf, the grass is greener on our side of the fence.
But you guys don't have grass.
True, but we have buckets of beer instead of buckets of balls. You like that? And our high-tech tee-offs let you know exactly how far you hit your 7-iron.
So I can bring my own clubs.
How else are you going to beat your buddy Dave? Now tuck your shirt in and put your spikes on. I'm kidding. In fact, go nuts. Bet on yourself, talk a big game, score high.
You mean score low?
Score however, because this is Topgolf. This is everyone's game.
Nothing comes easily. That's what happens in golf and in life. I'm very fortunate that I can lean on people, and that for me is what teamwork's all about. You can't do everything yourself. You need someone to guide you and help you make those tough decisions. That's Morgan Stanley. They're industry leaders, but the most important thing is they want to do it the right way. I'm really excited to be part of the Morgan Stanley team. I'm Justin Rose. We are Morgan Stanley.
That's not the red zone we were talking about, but a nice cameo there by Bob Rossi. 14-9. Birmingham holds on a goal line stand. Atlanta drives down inside the 1.
The way Atlanta's defense has been playing, a safety is not out of the question here.
And Keith Price, we saw him warming up. He's in at quarterback with Trent Richardson. Richardson bounces one outside across the 10, and Richardson all the way out to the 20-yard line. That's an 18-yard run. He has his 2 longest runs of the year today.
Yeah, came into this game with no runs, Rich, of more than 15 yards and backed up on the half-yard line. Trent Richardson butts it for 18. That is what you call great timing.
Keith Price had a really nice career at the University of Washington. Spent 3 years in the CFL. Hands it to Richardson, and he's out to the 25-yard line.
On the carry.
Price in this season, 21-33, a touchdown and no interceptions. No indication that Luis Perez is injured.
Well, the offense is stagnant. I mean, there's no question about it. The offense right here for Birmingham needs some life. This is not the offense that we've seen in the last 2 weeks. And why not give Keith Price a shot and see what he can do?
Richardson to the 26. For more on that, let's check in with John Schriffen. John?
Well, guys, I can confirm Luis Perez has not been injured. It is a coach's decision. That's why they made the change at quarterback. But Keith Price will be without one of his weapons. Wide receiver Tobias Palmer injured his ribs early in the first half, re-injured them in the second half. He is out for the game, guys.
All right, thank you, John. Tim Lewis and the Iron trying to nail down that second playoff spot in the East. Orlando nailed down number 1 last night there in the postseason. A comeback win over Memphis. Trent Richardson, the feature back here. He needed 3, he gets 4, and that's a first down.
Nothing like getting into your 4-minute offense, Rich, with 2 minutes left in the third quarter. I'd love to see what Keith Price can do throwing the football. And I really believe that your best receiver, LaDainian Washington, has to play a part in this game. He has yet to catch a ball in this game today. Number 17, a talented receiver, but get him involved in the game and see what Keith Price can do throwing the football.
Richardson bounces off the 1, gets held up by a lineman, and then fires right back up to the 34-yard line. Kit O'Brien with the helper here on the offensive line. Watch this. Up, and away you go.
You know what's amazing? It's kind of an anomaly for a guy like Richardson who breaks so many tackles and is so good upon first contact. The fact that he only averaged coming into this game 2.6 yards per carry is a pretty amazing stat. And I'm not quite sure, Rich, if I can wrap my head around it.
Today, 5.5 yards a carry, so he's trending upwards. Let's see if Price puts it up for the first time. Does. Wide open. Nice throw. Caught there by Wes Saxon, the tight end. 25 yards.
Well, let's run it 6 times in a row, fake the zone read, and then rip it to our tight end right down the seam. How about Wes Saxton Jr., who has really played some good football, and according to the coaches, is the most improved football player on the team. But he has 15 catches and averaging 15 yards per catch. He's been outstanding in the second half of the season.
Lots of defense for Birmingham, trying to sprinkle in a little offense right now. Headed to the 4th. You're watching the Alliance of American Football on CBS Sports Network, 24-hour home of CBS Sports.
Go inside the bracket and get an in-depth look at every game from every region in the Big Dance on NCAA March Madness Bracket Breakdown. Tonight following tournament games on CBS Sports Network.
Wednesdays.
Survivor's ready.
An extreme twist will reinvent the game and push the castaways to their limits.
This game will take everything from you.
Survivor, Edge of Extinction. CBS Wednesdays.
If you don't have life insurance, a final expense insurance plan pays cash to your family for final and all other expenses. If you're unable to purchase life insurance due to a pre-existing or current medical condition, call right now for information and a free consultation. Rates will never increase, the policy cannot be canceled, and there are no restrictions on how your beneficiaries can use the money.
Call for a free prescription discount card.
1-800-485-6914.
Do you feel sluggish or tired throughout the day? Have you ever thought the problem could be your liver?
My liver?
Your liver cleanses your body of things like too much food and drink. And if it's all clogged up, you feel sluggish and tired. But there is something you can do. Take Liverite, the natural dietary supplement just for your liver. Liverite helps your liver work properly so you can feel more energized. Cleanse your liver. Feel the energy. Live right with Liverite.
Thanks, Liverite.
Available at CVS, Walgreens, Rite Aid, and Walmart.
Here, the crowd is so loud you can't hear them anymore. The cowboy's safety is provided by a few good men. His fistful of rope is the only bond between man and beast. Those 8 seconds go by mighty quick in the house of PBR.
1 quarter to go in the Alliance in Birmingham. The Iron a 14-9 lead. Atlanta legend head coach Kevin Coyle mic'd up.
Come on, Chief! We need your best! Great job, D! Great job, D! 1 time. We'll break a run. Timeout! Timeout! Timeout!
Rich Waltz along with Adam Archuleta, John Schriffen. Playoffs on the mind for Birmingham and Atlanta. Birmingham nails down a spot with a win. Atlanta needs to win here and then win out the next 2 weeks. Lots of offense from Atlanta. Red zone troubles. Little offense from Birmingham, but not on this drive and not on that run. Marshawn Coprich busts through. Just 67 yards of offense going into this drive. And on this drive, 70 yards.
Boy, I tell you what, I like Coprich. I like his speed. There's certainly a difference in gear rather than when Trent Richardson is in the game. And he's done some nice things coming out of the backfield. And I think he deserves a few more reps and a few more looks in the run game.
All right, here you go. And he busts through with a nice gain there. That's almost a 7-yard carry. Tim Lewis's offense is on the move. Lewis, of course, longtime NFL assistant, and he coached with names like Marvin Lewis, Bart Starr, back to college, Jackie Sherrill, Johnny Majors, Bill Cowher, Tom Coughlin, Jim Mora. All of those guys, he said, he's taken a little piece of for his first shot as a head coach. Price keeps it. No gain. It'll be 3rd down and about 4.
Boy, well played outside by Jones and the Atlanta defense. They've been setting up that play. I mean, that's probably the 7th or 8th time that they have run that football play right there, the zone read with Keith Price and a quarterback. He is a terrific athlete. But look, they're having great success running the football, and there's nothing wrong with milking the clock with a 5-point lead, but I would like to see what Price can do in the passing game.
See the numbers he put up at Washington. 3rd down 4. Price pump fakes. Scrambles. Price head down, has the 1st down. What a crunching block in the backfield. And Price 6 yards on the run.
Really great awareness from the tight end, Braden Bowman, who doesn't have anything to do on the front side. And as he's scanning the field, sees his quarterback in trouble and really makes the key block. And you wonder if one of the reasons why Keith Price is in the game is because of the pressure that Atlanta has been putting on Luis Perez, and maybe Price's athletic ability to get away from that pressure being a factor.
Richardson's back in. Full body contact to take him down.
That was
14-yard line. It's another 6-yard carry for the big fella. Alabama star. That's Luis Perez. Now, you see this drive. In that drive, 2 3rd down conversions. They did not have a 3rd down conversion all day until this drive. Richardson again. With penetration. And a nice tackle there by J.T. Jones.
This is the 3 yards and a cloud of rubber pellets offense, Rich. Just grinding it out in 3rd and 2. This appears to be a Trent Richardson special right here on 3rd and 2. But having a guy like Price does bring the dimension of having to worry about the quarterback that Luis Perez does not bring to this offense.
13th play of the drive. Richardson's 2nd effort, short of the 1st down, but within a yard. Ed Reynolds, the safety, made the stop. Decision time for Tim Lewis.
Well, the smart thing is to kick the field goal.
I've heard that somewhere before.
You kick the field goal, and really you make it a tough ball game.
You could hear
8
the
points, but think about it. The Atlanta offense has gone nowhere here in the second quarter, or in the second half.
But the quarterback might, and great sound on the field. You could hear the reaction of the offensive line when they saw the kicker coming on the field. Nick Novak, 2 of 2. This from 28. Good snap and hold. And Novak, 3 of 3. Birmingham up a score. Tim Lewis.
This is the true story of the moment that changed my life.
Okay, who's next?
I need to see you acting. Go deep. I'm going to the John.
When you're honest about who you are, good things happen.
You start telling the truth, then they are never going to look at you the same way again.
Oh my God, that was so scary. Whoa.
Appropriate nickname and mascot. This is a blue-collar team here in Birmingham. And their defense has been terrific.
It really has. They've been flying all over the place. Great pressure. Taking the ball away, something that they've been really good at. But because of the pressure that they've been able to put on both of these quarterbacks, be it Matt Sims in the first half or Aaron Murray in the second half, and really what it comes down to, outstanding red zone defense, is the reason why they sit here with an 8-point lead in the fourth quarter.
That was Rick Minter in the neon coach's hat, defensive coordinator. Now Aaron Murray, who started the second half and has played the entire half. Matt Sims played the first half. Murray's throw behind his receiver, Shantavius Jones. Sims in the first half was 13 of 21, an interception. Murray is 4 of 9 for 80 yards here in the second half.
In the first half, Matt Sims was under a lot of pressure. If I have a criticism for Sims, is that he didn't take enough chances and he wasn't aggressive enough getting the ball to his outside receivers. For Aaron Murray, and I'm a little surprised with the way he started in those two games, that his accuracy and not putting the ball in the right place has suffered.
Ball arrives in the right place there. Thomas the catch, out of bounds at the 32-yard line, short of the first down. This is not an easy down and distance against this Birmingham defense.
It isn't, and they don't have a great short yardage offense. I think the Birmingham defensive line is a bit more physical than the offensive line for Atlanta. But these third and short situations come down to, can your receivers get separation against press man coverage? And if they can, then can the quarterback get the ball out accurately?
Third down 3, Murray backpedaling, and he's hit and dropped and sacked. Jake Payne. 4th sack of the day.
Really well played by Birmingham. They are trying to sneak Folston out of the backfield. This play worked earlier, but watch how Birmingham covers it. There's nowhere. Aaron Murray does not have an answer. Once his first option, Folston, is covered, and then the pressure again. Really well played by Birmingham, understanding what was coming and taking that away.
Felton had the nice return last time. Lost the football and gets it back. Avoided the collision, gets the ball back. And you can see his head coach with a big sigh of relief. Birmingham holds onto the ball and the lead.
My patio is begging for a new
That's right. TurboTax free is free. Free, 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 free.
Important game in the Alliance.
For a lamp I'll love. One that can really, light up a room.
Has clinched the top seed in the East. Only one more
I found
spot.
the perfect lamp and shade at the
Birmingham
perfect
wins
price.
this game,
Here, at home, where you'll find every style with the biggest selection at the best price.
5 left in a rather important game in the Alliance. Birmingham at 4-3 last night. Now Orlando has clinched the top seed in the East. Only one more spot up. And if Birmingham wins this game, stuff that went on they punch their ticket as well. They'll be 5-3. Atlanta will drop to 2-6. Memphis had a win in their hands last night, and it literally slipped and slid out of their grasp. With a whole lot of other stuff that went on late in that game last night. At the ground.
Compelling and rich. Television rich.
Keith Price is still in. Reverse action here. That's Felton. And the ball pops loose after the hit. Luke picks it up, but you can hear the whistles and the officials pointing at. And that is close.
It was extremely close, and the ball may have been moving before his forearm and elbow hit the ground. Either way, it was a pretty close call.
Former Alabama star Trent Richardson, whose coach told us runs angry. Here's another look. Watch this ball.
And no, it's down by contact. Yeah. I don't know. I was just trying to make it a little bit more exciting, Rich.
That's your job, Art.
I was just wishful thinking.
Well, the other thing too, we have plenty of toys to play with on the telecast, so we might as well play with all of you. They're down to Richardson. Full body contact, as Adam Archuleta said. You need to have that. TJ Barnes didn't. And Richardson at 230, that's what he's listed as, sneaks away for the first down.
Yeah, Barnes, the 6'6", 380-pounder, great quickness to get into the backfield. But you can see how hard it is in close quarters to tackle a guy like Richardson. The golden opportunity right there, but as he has done all year, picks up the first down. 27 first downs for Richardson coming into this game.
Price is rolling, quick dump. That's Saxton again to the 45-yard line, short of the first down. Well, Keith Price has done one thing that Luis Perez was unable to do, and that's pick up third downs. He's 3 of 4 on third down since he's come in the game.
They have been much more effective running the ball also. We've seen a lot of 4, 5, 6-yard gains, something that we didn't always see earlier in the game. And so when you're able to run the ball effectively on first and second down, now all of a sudden with a mobile quarterback on third and short, makes it easier.
Is that because Price himself is a threat to run and pull it and get on the outside edge?
That's a great question. And I don't know if I can answer that question, Rich. I'd love to sit here and say I had all the answers. But it certainly is a factor in third and short, because now as a defense, you can't just gear up to stop the running back. You know that, Keith Price has the ability to keep it. But we saw when Keith Price did keep the football, Atlanta was there to stop him. So they have done a nice job of taking away the quarterback run.
They're down 2. Price to the air. And he runs out of room and he's sacked. Tracy Sprinkle. The Atlanta defense has made their share of big plays in this game. And Sprinkle, who made the hit last to get up, the Ohio State star.
Boy, good job again. Man-to-man coverage, bringing pressure. And there's nobody downfield to throw the ball to. So the Atlanta defense has done their job. And it looks like Aaron Murray is going to have another chance here. 8 points. Touchdown, 2-point conversion. Is my math correct? It's an 8-point ball game?
One-score game, you're right. And it's we went through that last week with the automatic two-point conversion. The math is a little different. Colton Schmidt. His average 47 yards per kick. Wow. That's an NFL leg. 5 years with the Bills for Colton Schmidt. 56 yards on that punt. Birmingham on top. Atlanta gets the ball when we return.
You trained, you practiced, you sacrificed for the team, you gave maximum effort and left it all on the field. Now life has a different use for your skills, a greater call to play on a field where victory is measured not in the win column, but in the lives of the friends, family, and country you'll serve. With world-class training, we'll coach you to be excellent in all you do. Don't defer your dreams. Live close to home, serve around the world, and play for America's home team, the Air National Guard.
Aaron Murray and the Legends playing for this season. They need a win to keep their playoff hopes alive. Coming up next, CBS Sports Network heads to the studio to bring you up to date on all the NCAA tournament highlights, scores today. Don't miss NCAA March Madness 360 presented by Infinity. Nice buzz going on here in Birmingham with Auburn advancing to their first Final Four. Duke and Michigan State dueling as well. We'll get you all the highlights. Start previewing that Final Four. And this one is done. Tarian Falston in the backfield for Atlanta. Murray deflected and incomplete. Casey Sales, the deflection.
Just nowhere to go. I mean, the front four, really both teams, but the front four have just imposed their will on both of these offenses. They're either getting pressure or knocking down the ball, but man, it is a tough riddle for these quarterbacks to solve.
Murray with time. On the money. Justin Thomas with the catch. He's hit. Ball pops loose at the 35. Officials say it's a catch, and he's down.
Wow, what a hit. That ball, was that ball tipped? It looked as if that ball was tipped again, and then Thomas with a great catch.
That's helmet to helmet.
Yeah, but helmet to helmet, but Thomas made himself a runner, and therefore, in my opinion, is not afforded defensive receiver protection. So once you become a runner, then it's fair game.
Challenge flag is out for the fumble you expect here.
And it's challenging on the field of a fumble. The play is under further review.
Ball is out, and do we have clear recovery?
Chris Davis, there's the recovery. Chris Davis with the hit. Jack Tocho with the recovery.
Am I on?
Yep. Clearly a fumble. And we have clear recovery, and this should be Birmingham ball.
I'm here, Salam.
Jeff, do you hear me?
Yes, Salim, can you hear me?
I hear you.
Loud and clear, go.
Okay, we have a completed catch on the field. That's not the issue.
Correct.
He does lose control of the ball before he goes down.
Okay.
So we have a fumble, and we have a clear recovery by the defense.
Okay.
So we are going to reset the clock. I'll tell you. We're going to reset the clock to 4:31.
Okay.
Birmingham ball. First.
Wait, who fumbled? Who recovered it?
Our official review with access provided by Tecovas. And so this is going to be a fumble. And, you know, Arch, just for me to backtrack, just in looking at that replay in slow motion, I don't think it was helmet to helmet. I think there was some shoulder pad involved there.
Well, here's the thing. A lot of people will look at that and say it's not always helmet to helmet, but it's head and neck area. So you can't hit the receiver in the head or neck area. And so a lot of people are going to say, well, that looks like that should be an unnecessary roughness. But remember, the receiver made a football move. He became a runner.
The runner did fumble the ball, recovered by the defense. First down.
Rich, and once you become a runner, you are no longer considered a defenseless receiver. So that was a great play by Chris Davis in making a physical tackle and getting that ball out. So if Thomas was not a runner and he didn't make, then that would have been an unnecessary roughness. But because he took the 2 steps and became a runner, it's fair game.
Third turnover for Atlanta. It's an enormous one. And remember, Atlanta has just 1 timeout, so they'll have trouble stopping the clock here. They need a stop on downs. And they need to keep Birmingham out of field goal range because it's an 8-point game right now. Keith Price will keep it, and he's down. All right, the 34-yard line. Khalil Bass caught up to him. It's a gain of a couple.
Rich, that's a good play call by Steve Logan, the offensive coordinator, because you're banking on Atlanta overplaying the run, and then Price gets on the edge. If he has a 100% sure completion to a wide open tight end, you make it. Otherwise, you just keep the ball and the clock continues to move.
Price again to the air, and again he stopped and smothered and sacked back at the 40. Tim Lewis's offense right now going backwards, loss of 5.
Tackle made by Dean for Atlanta.
Well, you'd like to think that Atlanta, with 1 timeout left, sitting here with 3rd and long, would call the timeout.
You can see the play clock as we approach the 3-minute mark. 3rd down and 13.
3rd down and 13 from the 39.
This would be about a 57-yard field goal attempt from this point. They need about 8 to 10 yards. Price trips and caught at the 36. Dylan Donahue with another big play from his linebacker spots. Atlanta has not burned that timeout yet. If you're Birmingham, you're hoping that Nick Novak, who's long this year, is 47, can dial it in from about 53 or 54. So this is right between 53 and 54. You see the play clock come down, and they'll call the timeout. Well, Adam Archuleta, there's a couple schools of thought here. For a long field goal, you generally back up an extra yard, and the trajectory is a lot lower. It's an easier field goal to block. So if you are the head coach of the Birmingham Iron here, a blocked field goal can be real trouble.
It can, but I don't know if you play and you coach football around blocked field goals.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
I mean, maybe in special circumstances. But Birmingham really hasn't shown a tendency to have their field goals blocked. It's just a matter of whether or not you think your kicker can make it.
Well, and here's the answer from Tim Lewis. He's going to punt this football.
With the way your defense is playing and the trouble that Atlanta has had in the second half moving the football, you try and pin them deep.
Let's see if Colton Schmidt can do that. Oh, look at this. Colton Schmidt has had quite a day. He's averaging 50 yards a kick until that, and that's a gorgeous chip shot for the 5-year NFLer out of UC Davis. Turnovers an issue all day for Atlanta.
Well, started with special teams. And a great interception on this last drive Great hit by Chris Davis. Knocks the ball loose from Justin Thomas. And right now, a lot of issues on offense for Atlanta, but one more chance here for Aaron Murray to drive down the field and see if they can tie this game.
Long way to go. 97 yards of green in front of him. Murray from his end zone. Deep shot sideline there, and it's intercepted. Joe Powell right in front of the Atlanta bench. Yet another Atlanta turnover.
Well, Aaron Murray trying to work some late game magic, but Joe Powell says, no sir, I'll take that ball. Iron rolling.
In an era of online retail where everything is just a few clicks away, buying a car should be no different. That's why at Carvana, you can buy a car 100% online. We made it easy to browse, view, and buy from over 10,000 cars. You can even trade in your old car, all while binge watching your favorite TV show. Afterwards, we'll deliver your car to you. Or you can pick it up from one of our car vending machines. Either way, your car comes with a 7-day return policy. So grab a seat, relax in your comfy pants, and enjoy the new way to buy a car at Carvana.
Come on, Carol! Hawaii, nice!
Yeah, I'm excited. Finally earned enough rewards points.
So jealous.
Yeah, I can't wait to get that shave ice.
What's shave ice?
It's like a Hawaiian snow cone.
Why not just say snow cone?
I don't know, they call it shave ice.
You fly to Hawaii for this.
I don't go there for the ice.
You saved up your reward points for ice. That's a lot of ice.
Okay.
Go Rewards credit card from Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission.
Joe Powell got the start today, and in the fourth quarter, a big interception may have just sent Birmingham to the postseason. Time now for the TurboTax game-breaking highlight. Arch, you know it, you love it. Ike Spearman punches the ball loose.
The Ike Spearman punch out, not to be confused with Mike Tyson's punch out, really got the game started and led to a big return, setting up Birmingham inside the 2-yard line for their first touchdown of the game. But that started the trend, Rich, of great special teams and taking the ball away. The Iron defensively this year have been able to take the ball away, and when they take the ball away, they win.
Arch, that was the TurboTax game-breaking highlight. And that run stays at the original line of scrimmage. Now, just one timeout. Remember, Atlanta burned timeouts with some confusion earlier in the half. And Ken Zampese, the offensive coordinator, Aaron Murray, just hopeful they get the ball back, but the math doesn't add up. Nice spark from Keith Price. He'll pitch it. This is Richardson. And he's out of bounds, but he has the first down. And now with 1:10 left, first down, and Atlanta down to one timeout. Victory formation a few times.
Rich, it hasn't been a flashy running game for Birmingham, but I think one thing that Tim Lewis will welcome when he sees the tape is the big runs. We've had 3 big runs by Richardson, and that's something that we haven't seen before. And really, in the most important part of the game, in the fourth quarter, when they've had to grind it out, that's when this running game has come alive.
I said it earlier, Birmingham is not a sexy team. That's not how they win football games. They don't win it that way. They win it kind of the way Tim Lewis has coached his way through the NFL. They win it with toughness. They win it by taking care of the football. They won it on special teams today.
And taking the ball away. I mean, they have been so good this year, taking the football away. And that red zone defense is just straight nasty.
It's not easy to win a football game with 182 total offensive yards. Right?
No.
But that's exactly what they're going to do here, barring some calamity in the backfield.
Atlanta had their opportunities. I mean, they're going to look at it, as has been the case for many games this year. They have gone down the field, but their inability really their inability to put the ball in the end zone inside the 10-yard line has been a huge issue the entire season and cost them a chance at winning this game.
So, in the East, in the initial season of the Alliance, Orlando with that comeback win against Memphis yesterday in the rain at 7-1, and now Birmingham going to move to 5-3. Orlando has locked up the 1 spot, and Birmingham clinches a spot in the postseason, the 2 spot in the East. And Tim Lewis, who had to wait until he was 57 years old to be a head coach, in his first head coaching job, is headed to the postseason. That is a really nice story. Your Senior Bowl coach, Arch.
My Senior Bowl coach, yeah, cool story, bro.
I like it.
Yeah.
Standings in the East updated. Orlando's win yesterday, Birmingham's win here. 5-3 are the Iron with 2 games left. They have clinched the number 2 spot. Tim Lewis is with our John Schriffen. John?
Coach, what a win. In the first year of the Alliance, and in your first year as a head coach, you now clinch your first playoff berth. Describe this feeling.
Well, I can't be happier for the players. The coaches have been with us. We went over to Birmingham Southern. We started, thank you, sir, a long time ago, it seems like, you know, and they've worked so very hard to get to this day. And really, we're just starting our 2nd season. But I can't thank the players, the coaches, the fans enough for all that they've done to help us get to where we are.
You had to switch up quarterbacks. It may not have been pretty on offense, but really it was the defense that got it done. To talk about the defensive effort today.
Well, our defense and our special teams played a tremendous role in this win. They did a fantastic job. Coach Minner does a great job in practice week by week, putting in plans that the guys can understand and grasp onto. And they played really well. Offensively, we just needed a little bit of spark. I think Keith provided that, so I'm really thrilled about the way things ended up going in the second half.
Playoff bound. Congratulations.
So thank you very much. I appreciate it. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, John. How can you not root for a guy like Tim Lewis? Headed to the postseason with the Birmingham Iron, who are 5-3. The 2 spot in the East is theirs. Brad Archuleta, John Schriffen, our entire CBS Sports crew. I'm Rich Waltz. This has been a presentation of CBS Sports Network, 24-hour home of CBS Sports. After a short break, stay tuned. NCAA March Madness 360 presented by Infiniti. So long from Birmingham. Thanks for watching.
All right, we're almost there, and Michigan State with a 2-point lead. It's the veterans against the young superstars, 63-61. Duke's been plagued by turnovers, but Zion doing all he can. He's got 22 and 13 right now, but Cassius Winston running quite a show for Sparty. We welcome you in to NCAA March Madness 360 presented by Infiniti. Adam Zucker, Swin Cash, Wally Zerbiak.